what I'm hearing a lot today, and we're trying to teach young men about their masculinity and how it's been negative masculinity, toxic masculinity, and all this stuff. And this whole sort of negativity about masculinity. Then we've got a lot of male leaders online sort of pumping men up, and talking about the importance of like competitive sport. That's something right now that has come up, which is danger on the football field. Maybe we shouldn't have so much danger. Actually, we need competition. Males need that competition. There's different degrees of aggression in men. Okay, it all has to do with basically the size of your shoulders, how much muscle mass you have. You have your primitive brain is violent. Okay, we have a whole history of violence and masculinity. We use violence to protect the women from other violent people. Okay, so there was ongoing, and now we sort of evolved into a higher mind, but we still have a violent part of us to various degrees. And the whole point is we need to take that. We don't want to repress that violence. We want to transform it into ambition and drive for success and to winning and doing your best instead of being lazy and placated out. Well, that violence is a powerful force that basically propels you into action. Okay. Now, most violence would be if I was to experience a violent part of me, I wouldn't act on it in the way of hurting to hurt somebody, but I can certainly feel like I want to hurt them. But then I go, but I'm not going to hurt you. I'm going to figure out a more advanced, civilized way of dealing with those emotions and that feeling. And some men just have more of that than others based upon their body type. And we don't want to shame that. What we want to do is bring it out in a constructive way. I did karate as a kid. My brothers did boxing, and they're bigger than me, so I stopped boxing. I get my head knocked down. So boxing with gloves, that was a thing. And why do so many people go to fights? Why do people go to football? It's a catharsis of everybody gets to experience that primitive part of them without the intention to hurt somebody, but to win. And in the process of, I want to beat the other side, but I do it by cooperating with my team. I want to support my team. So it's training the male violent part to cooperate, which is the female side of us. The female side is cooperation and harmony and the connection, but that's just not reality. Reality is you need both those forces. That if I just want to move my hand like this, it's shaky. It's not going to be as solid as if I put my other hand against it. Now I have a very smooth movement across opposing forces. The whole universe is a balance of opposing forces, love and hate, love and aggression and cooperation. Okay, so you bring those two things together and you have assertiveness, you have transformation, you have growth, you have motivation, you have resolution, but you've got to have all these opposite forces coming together in harmony, not suppression of them, but transforming them. So a male on a football team, the guys on the field, they're cooperating with each other. They're also going to die younger. Okay, that's a choice they made. They're going to get dementia at a certain point earlier than a guy like me, simply because they're getting knocked around. That's a choice they make, and they get paid big bucks for it. And there's reason, logic to that. Okay, most of these people come from poor families and whatever. Their dream is to make a lot of money. And I'm willing to give up my life, a part of my life for that. Why not? We give up our lives every day to go into the military. See, men have done this forever. We need to honor and respect it. For example, what women don't see about men is that men, they just take it for granted. We do the dirty, dangerous, difficult things without complaining. As soon as you get women out there doing the dirty, difficult, dangerous things, you got all these complaints. Because it's not what they like to do. It's not what they want to do. Men can do things they don't like to do or don't want to do it, but for a noble cause, I will do it. And if I have to go out there and get my head knocked around so I can support my children, I'm willing to do that. That's noble. And to take that away from men, and at the same time, we have our female wisdom that says, can we create this football field? More safety factors in it. That's a good thing. But we don't want to shame it and make, it's violent. You want to take violence and you want to put it in a constructive way rather than repress it.